Kindly subscribe this channel for more educational content.
Mahashweta Devi full name, Mahashweta Devi birth, January 14, 1926, Dhaka, British India, now in Bangladesh, death, July 28, 2016, Kolkata, India. Nationality, Indian profession, writer, activist, journalist, teacher languages, Bengali, primary, translated into many languages including English and Hindi. Career highlights, writer, Mahashweta Devi wrote over 100 novels and 20 collections of short stories, mainly in Bengali, focusing on tribal and marginalized communities in India. Her works combine fiction with fieldwork, often based on real-life struggles. Famous works, Hajar Churashirma, Mother of 1084, explores political violence and state brutality. Rudali about Dalit women hired as professional mourners. Aranya Radhikar, Rights of the Forest, a historical novel based on tribal leader Birsa Munda. Breast Stories includes the famous short story, Draupadi, a powerful feminist and political narrative. Style and themes, her writing blends fiction with reportage, often drawing from fieldwork and oral histories. Central themes include social injustice, caste and class oppression, feminist resistance, state violence, indigenous struggles. Awards and recognition, Jnanpith Award, 1996, India's highest literary honor. Ramon Magsaysay Award, 1997, for journalism, literature, and creative communication arts. Padma Shri, 1986, and Padma Vibhushan, 2006, among India's highest civilian honors. Sahitya Akademi Award, 1979. Legacy Mahashweta Devi is remembered as the voice of the voiceless, someone who not only wrote about oppressed communities but also fought beside them. Her life's work blurred the boundaries between literature, activism, and lived reality. Today, she remains a towering figure in post-colonial literature, Dalit and tribal discourse, and feminist writing. Title, Rudali author, Mahashweta Devi language, originally in Bengali, published in 1979. Genre, fiction, social realism setting, a rural village in Rajasthan, India. Background, Rudali, meaning, female mourner, centers on the life of Sanichari, a poor Dalit woman in a feudal Rajasthani society. Traditionally, Rudalis are women from lower castes hired to weep and wail professionally at the funerals of upper caste men to display public mourning. Plot overview, Sanichari's life. The story begins with Sanichari, a woman born under the inauspicious planet Shani, Saturn, who is blamed for all the misfortunes in her life. She loses her husband, son, daughter-in-law, and grandson, one after the other, and yet she cannot cry, not even when she tries to. Struggle with poverty, Sanichari lives in abject poverty, always looked down upon by upper castes. Her life is filled with grief, resilience, and survival, but she has never been able to express her sorrow freely. Meets Bikhni, her friend Bikhni, also a lower caste woman, reappears after a long absence. Bikhni shares that she once worked as a Rudali, a paid mourner for the rich. The two women realize that despite society's rejection, there is a demand for their suffering. Becomes a Rudali. Ironically, Sanichari, who couldn't cry for her own family, is now expected to cry for wealthy dead men, and she learns to do so as a profession. This switch becomes a form of resistance and survival. Empowerment through performance, by turning mourning into labor, Sanichari and Bikhni reclaim a sense of agency. They expose the hypocrisy of the upper class, who exploit the labor and sorrow of Dalit women even in death. Characters, Sanichari, a resilient, impoverished Dalit widow. Her stoicism and eventual transformation into a Rudali symbolize both oppression and quiet rebellion. Bikhni, Sanichari's long-lost friend who reintroduces her to the idea of commercialized mourning. Upper caste landlords, the Thakurs and Zamindars, who dominate the village's feudal structure and expect dramatic mourning upon their deaths. Analysis, themes, caste and class oppression. The story critiques how Dalit women are exploited economically and emotionally by upper castes. Gender and mourning, the female body becomes a site of performance, women are expected to weep, but only for others, not themselves. Irony and subversion, Sanichari's inability to cry for her loved ones but crying for money shows the commodification of grief and the survival tactics of the marginalized. Resistance through role-playing, Rudali transforms mourning into agency, even a small act of choice in an oppressive system. Symbolism, tears, symbolize both repression and liberation. What Sanichari can't give in sorrow, she gives in performance. Rudali, a tool of the elite's performative grief, but also a mask of resistance worn by the oppressed. Style and language. Mahashweta Devi uses minimalist, realist prose to highlight the harshness of Sanichari's life. Her tone is unflinching, no sentimentality, only stark truth. Dialogues reflect vernacular dialects and rural speech patterns, anchoring the story in its social setting. Adaptations. Dramatized by Usha Ganguly as a Hindi play. Adapted into a 1993 Hindi film directed by Kalpana Lajmi, starring Dimple Kapadia. The film made several changes, making it more dramatic and cinematic. Conclusion. Rudali is a fierce critique of feudalism, patriarchy, and caste hierarchy, showing how grief itself becomes a labor commodity in a society that dehumanizes its most vulnerable. Sanichari, in her transformation, becomes a symbol of quiet resistance, embodying the power of the oppressed to reclaim even their sorrow.
Viewer, kindly subscribe this channel. Share this video to your pioneers. Comment your feedback. Thank you for watching.